making beats again.
My nigga 2 for the goat, these other niggas basic.
Say what? No nigga wrist a silver chain around the neck. Say what? A.T.L show coming for their neck. Say what? We gon' say it all different from the rest. Say what? A.T.L show, know that we the best. Say what? Yeah, who was that? A.T.L show coming live, speak about the world. Know that we is still. We got Anthony, TeAma, Legacy, the podcast. On God, we taking over with the A.T.L show.
My nigga 2 for the goat, these other niggas basic.
Say what? No nigga wrist a silver chain around the neck. Say what? A.T.L show coming for their neck. Say what? We gon' say it all different from the rest. Say what? A.T.L show, know that we the best. Say what? Yeah, who was that? A.T.L show coming live, speak about the world. Know that we is still. We got Anthony, TeAma, Legacy, the podcast. On God, we taking over with the A.T.L show.
Just-in-time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. TeAma Copeland is your independent paparazzi agent. Join her live online Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join her on Facebook at TeAma Sweetness Copeland or her fan page, Just-in-Time Accessories, or you can find her on YouTube at TheAnthonyBrownShow. That once again is Just-in-Time Accessories. Everything is only $5. Nickel and lead-free jewelry. TeAma Copeland, independent paparazzi agent. Just-in-Time Accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Check her out.
The Shepherd's Heart AME Church of Royal Palm Beach. Contemporary worship for this present age. At the Shepherd's Heart, we're centered on Christ, focused on family, and united in love. We are a come-as-you-are church. No dress code, no judgment, no kidding. The Shepherd's Heart AME Church, where the pastor is yours truly, Reverend Liam South. We're an out-of-the-box ministry. Come, break out of the box with us.
The Anthony Brown Show and the A.T.L Show now have merchandise available for purchase. You can purchase your merchandise at the link located in the description section below the video. We have male and female shirts, male and female tank tops, jerseys, hoodies, and onesies for your infants. Yes, everything you need in apparel, we have it here. The Anthony Brown Show, along with the A.T.L Show. The A.T.L Show shirts proudly say we are the blueprint, and the Anthony Brown shirts grind until you shine. Get yours today.
Garage.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. How you doing tonight? Welcome to another episode of the Anthony Brown Show, this series we call the A.T.L Show. And tonight's topic is chatting with friends, and we're joined tonight with our very lovely co-host and handsome co-host, the very beautiful, hey, Miss Make That Money, Miss TeAma Sweetness.
Hello.
And also we have the very bold, the very beautiful, Mama say knock you out, Miss T Savage.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Hold your applause. Thank you.
And we have Miss Savon from the Savon Experience. She's in the back office doing something to the right with us. And of course, we have a very special guest. Surprise to all of you, because I didn't tell anybody. But I have the very beautiful, the very lovely Miss Tasha the Gemini, all the way from Lyric Official. Hey Tasha, how you doing this evening? Miss Tasha?
She muted.
She said she couldn't. I thought I heard her say she couldn't hear.
Hey Tasha?
Hi, can everybody hear me?
Now we can hear you.
I can't hear you guys at all, and I don't understand why. But I want to hear you guys. Give me 1 second.
You hear me now?
Not,
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
I'm having some technical difficulties.
Go out and come back in.
Yes, I think we got it.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I hear you guys now. How are you guys? Hey, everybody.
Hey, Tasha. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for hanging in there with me while I go through my technical difficulties.
Thank you for coming on tonight. You're so beautiful.
No problem. Thank you for having me. How was everybody doing tonight?
Awesome. Great. I'm going to come right back to you, Tasha. Give me 1 second. And we have Don Allen Lowe from the Chill Zone, and from his own little his business, Razzle Dazzles, Don Allen Lowe.
Hi, everybody.
I don't know how we lost Legacy or what happened to him, but anyway, he'll come back.
We know what happened to Legacy. It happens every week.
His Wi-Fi.
Now, I showed Legacy where I live at. He shouldn't have no problems at this point. Okay.
He just texted me. Let me see what's going on. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Listen, I want Tasha to take me. I met Tasha the other day. She was on another YouTube channel the other night, and I was so intrigued with her and her speaking. She's so eloquent. She sings. She has a beautiful singing voice. She didn't know it, but we're gonna surprise her. She's gonna have to sing us a song tonight.
I'm about to say, is that her ministry? Is that her ministry, sir? Is that her ministry?
I mean, thank you. I would definitely do something for you guys.
Yes, Tasha's involved with a talk show on a YouTube channel called Kicking It with Lyric Official. I'm going to let her go ahead and tell us about your the channel that you're involved with. Tell us about Lyric and everything, and we'll go from there.
All right, well, Kicking It with Lyric Official is simply we're interviewing a lot of people that have to do with healing and just pretty much spirituality and self-journey and self-love. So we're interviewing a lot of people right now, you guys. Tomorrow we actually have a show on Kicking It with Lyric Official, and we have a Reiki master that's coming through, and she's going to be showing us how to literally cleanse our energy. So you guys got to be on for that. But Kicking It with Lyric Official just rolled out. We're excited to bring you guys so much energy and so much positivity, and we're just trying to spread love. So everything that Lyric is about, you know, Onyx is about, I'm about. So we're all just trying to just send out positive vibes and, you know, rock out that way. We're just trying to bring people that have the same spiritual mentality and same energy that we evoke.
And when are you on? When can they find you?
I am on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest. I'm everywhere. So if you guys are looking for me, my name is @Tasha_the_Gemini_. I have that as my name here, so nobody's confused. I know it's a lot of underscores, but if you find me on Instagram, you can find me on TikTok. I do TikTok videos. You'll be able to find my music page, and you'll also be able to find other small businesses that I do. So look out for me, guys, because you know you'll be able to find me. Once you hit one page, you hit all of them.
And what are some of the other small businesses that you do that you're involved with?
Oh, okay. So I am coming out with an album. My music stage name is La the Voice. My real name is Latasha, but I don't go by that name, so I just dropped it off and put La in front of it. And I considered myself La the Voice. So I have music coming out. We're shooting for later this year in the fall. So be on the lookout for that. It's an album called Love Sounds Like ... So it's going to be pretty much ballad filled and things going on within happy relationships, broken relationships, just anything emotional that has to do with love. So be on the lookout for that. My other businesses, I make cakes. I make cupcakes. I make chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate covered pineapples. I do a lot for the sweet tooth, so I do that, and you can find that page. Yes, thank you. You can find that page on Instagram.
Yes.
Yes, I try to do it all. Because I don't want to leave no money on the table. Because if it's for me,
know that's right.
So you can find my business page at Desserts by D-Berry on Instagram and also on Facebook. You can find me on TikTok there as well. And also I have another page where I actually sell lip glosses, body scrubs, body moisturizers, lip oils, lip scrubs. So check that out. I'm at Beauty Essentials and Company LLC on Instagram. I gave y'all budget.
Are you local, Tasha? Where are you located?
I am in Nashville, Tennessee, but there is a transition that's going to be happening where I may be closer to you guys. So we're working on that plan right now. So
yes.
Oh yeah, fingers crossed. It's already gone to the universe. So I believe that the universe will and pick me up and move me
up here too.
Oh yeah.
You and the Savon experiences in the same place.
Yes, yes we are. Yes, Auntie. Yes, Savon is actually in Nashville as well, and I was able to meet her. Yes, give us that picture. Yes, so I got the chance to meet her, and she is so sweet. She is so she's caring. You can feel her vibe when even if you don't have to be around her. So I love her.
Yeah, we fell in love first night too.
Yeah, she's an honorary member of our cast, but she doesn't know it.
Oh, look at you!
Yeah, we love Savon when she comes over.
Oh yeah, I love the explosive energy that she contains. I love it.
Let me ask you, Tasha, do you act? Do you do acting?
Oh yeah. Well, I was in a stage play called Choices, and that was written by Toy McKee. So she is actually on Instagram too, and she's re-rolling out the play Choices. And I played a character by the name of Constance. So right now, what we're trying to see, because I have a lot going on, so I really want to do it. But yeah, that's something that's in the making. I also have, something else that's major that's coming up. I do have I am going to be starring in a movie. I can't really talk too much about it because I've already signed non-disclosures and all of that. So you will see my face on a larger screen. So right now we're just kind of going over scripts and we're going over certain things that's needed for my character. So right now I'm just kind of learning it and all of that. So that's what I'm doing right now. So it's a lot on my plate right now. So I'm
another successful Black woman.
Yes, I'm trying to be, and also
yes,
people really don't know, but I'm also a college student too. online, I'm going to a school called American Intercontinental University where I'll study criminal justice, and I hold a President's List 4.0 average. So
yes,
black girl,
period.
Black girl. If you feel like you cannot be an entrepreneur or own your own business or go to school to make great grades or just be a woman and do powerful things, I am the story for you, baby. You can do it. You can do it. Go to school, get a degree, credit, get it together.
You know, and the funniest thing is when I asked you about the acting, I didn't even know about what you just told me. It's just that I picked that up in your personality last time I saw you on the other show, and then watching you here tonight, I was like, she has that demeanor, that personality. I could see you like in a stage play or acting, or like you just demand, you know,
attention.
I'm gonna get
the
your
room.
I'm gonna get your attention. I walk in and I demand it all, baby. You know, so I just like to capture myself, and I like to really be bold and really be outspoken. But I'm very animated, so you know, if I get too talkative or if I get too over the top, just say simmer down, and I'll do that. But
girl, welcome to the A.T.L. show. Listen, you gonna fit right in over here.
Thank you. This is it's truly a blessing. Thank you guys for having me.
No, thank you for coming. Especially it was, like I said, it was a last minute thing, and I thank you for coming in. But I'm just so thankful that you came. Lyric had texted me earlier and said that he had some things he's got going on tonight. So, but if he tie up his ends and was able to, he's gonna try to hop on before we hop off.
Yeah, hopefully so.
And then your other co-host, Onyx, she has appointments tonight. She does hair, or wigs or both. But
no, not wigs, not wigs. She told me to correct anybody. They're not wigs. They're custom units.
Right. That's what she said. I remember. Forgive me, Onyx.
Don't dumb down my crap. That's what she would say. Don't dumb down my crap. These are custom units. So
what a graceful way to say that. Custom units, yes.
Custom units, yeah.
Come through with the edges, yes.
Come through. So, this is the little piece. I'm wearing a little piece, a little number. I didn't get her name.
A unit. You're wearing the unit.
Yeah. Oh, Savon, yes.
Girl, wait a minute. Let's talk about this hair.
Let's get into it.
Rapunzel.
Yes, I'm really not big on blonde, but I wanted to wear something bone straight and represent her, since she is not here with us. And I just wanted to represent Lyric and Onyx together because, we're doing a lot of major things that we're very excited about. And we just want everybody to kind of adhere to us for the moment and give us a moment to show you what we come with and show you what we're doing, because it's a lot that we're doing. And I'm happy for God giving Lyric the vision, because he included me and including Onyx. It's so major for us to see him transition into something greater, for something that he stated that he wanted to do years ago. We're actually in the moment, and I'm very thankful for him because he's doing his thing. I love it.
Oh, look at TeAma, girl. I see you forever, girl.
I know it look like a whole big old face.
Baby, you still baking.
But that face is serving. You still serving.
I'm 8 months pregnant.
How many weeks? How far along are we?
How far along are you now?
31 weeks. So that's 8 months.
You think you gonna make it?
Girl, I'm like, I'm trying to evict him yesterday. This nigga no bills and ride.
I feel you because my oldest son, his birthday is tomorrow. He came a whole week late. Baby came out with fingernails, toenails. I said, I was in labor for about 17 hours for him to come in emergency cesarean.
And when I tell you,
he came out a grown man,
right? Came out grown,
and not paying bills. Hello.
Okay. I ain't even paying bills.
What's up, T Savage?
How are you, Savon?
D-Lo, I'm wonderful, beautiful. How you doing?
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, look at D-Lo. Listen, let me just tell y'all about this intro. Is that Legacy spitting bars?
No, actually,
it sounds like Legacy.
Everyone said that. Say what? They said that sounds like him, but actually that's his nephew.
His nephew, Justin Brown.
Well, it was family because I was getting very Legacy. I was like, is that Legacy?
Yes,
he had to look around.
I did. I was like, what's happening?
See, it's Justin Brown. He makes the our intro.
Okay.
And y'all like y'all don't see me and him got the same logo for our business.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
Time.
Tasha, what's your week been like? Girl, you just getting out here just beautiful. I'm not getting on here no more. I'm putting my pick up. I can't all this beauty sitting up here. I just got through from working, girl.
I know you can come with it. I know you can come.
I wish
all this beauty sitting up here on these screens. I'm taking it back.
You got that soft coconut butter skin, and you over there tripping.
Look, all these beauties.
So I don't get it, you know.
Look, all these beauties, I don't know how to handle all the beauty, like just all on the screen, everywhere. I don't know what to do with myself.
You're going to have to learn how to handle it because I'm not going to water myself down so that you can take a 100% shot, you know. So if you can't take a shot and you need a chaser, honey, no, I'm not for it. But get ready because we here.
You change that background to put your new business behind you so them beauties are buying your jewelry. That's what we do.
Period.
Yes, ma'am.
You got options.
Yes,
hey, Miss Alma. Alma says, yes, Alma is back. Look beautiful as always. Hey, everybody.
There you go. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
I'm trying to wait for Legacy because he said he's going.
Let's say everybody compliment you on your skin food. Like, what's wrong?
Is that baby?
Okay.
What baby?
Right down there. That's well, right down there.
I'm talking about TeAma.
No,
baby, TeAma knows she's beautiful regardless.
He just need to get out. I just prefer my face round. I like the oval.
This is the part you missed, Savon, when you had us. I guess you were taking care of some business. But I was telling Tasha.
I was cooking. Sorry. I just got home from work and I had to make me something real fast. I'm sorry.
No problem. I was telling Tasha because she was saying how much she loved you and adored you and everything. And I said, well, we love and adore her over here as well. I said, but one thing she don't realize, she'll find out tonight, that she's actually the honorary member of the cast, but she just don't know it.
Yes!
I'd like to thank the Academy. Oh my God, this is a dream come true. I want to thank my mom and first of all God who has blessed me to be here today. Oh my God. Don't play with me. I love it when I find out I got another. Listen, I love it when God brings you jobs, baby, because he said your cup will overflow it. So I'm not complaining. I just got to make sure I'm present.
Hey, mother-in-law.
Your talents will open doors for you. I don't care what size the door is. Step in it because there's always a bigger door to open. Here.
Okay, let me put my arm in. I'm still in the house.
We all got our
Tony, watch how she get me started. Watch how she getting me started and revved up.
Hey,
you know, Tasha.
Go ahead, get amped up.
Don't get him started.
Cause I'm about to take off. I can't run right now because I'm in pain. But if I could, I would take off and run real quick.
Let me tell you about Donnell. Let me tell you about Donnell. Just yesterday, matter of fact, he is so churchy that he can't even have a conversation without speaking something about either God, church, hallelujah, amen, or something.
Hey, it's needed. It's needed, especially in the world today.
He is just listen. He is so churchy to it's almost pathetic. So I told him yesterday we was having a conversation. I said, let's have an hour conversation, and you can't bring up anything about church, hallelujah, the Christian this, Christian that.
It was hard.
Flyer, so is it?
I did it. I'm sorry. I did it.
In 10 minutes, he was like, "Oh my land, Jesus Christ!" I said, "See there." I said, "You can't even go an hour without talking churchy."
It's in me. I'm sorry. No, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is because I be like people don't invite me back to their parties because they're like, "Ooh, he just too churchy."
But so you a minister. You are an apostle. I mean, let's not do that. That's not what you're supposed to be anyway. Then Because you came in representing at the door who you was. So if they're not inviting you, that's just not where you want to be anyway.
Right.
Preach, minister.
Okay. Well, listen, I had 3 videos to show, and I wanted Legacy on here because he had something else he wanted to talk about. So he's traveling somewhere to find a decent Wi-Fi.
Let me tell you something. I love Legacy, but I've been talking about worn out pussy since that day. I was actually talking about it before I got on here because I'm still not done with that conversation.
You talking about the lettuce lips? That's what you talking about? The lettuce?
He was talking. No, he was talking about. We were talking about his double standard.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like how a woman basically got to be virginal, but a man can be community ding-a-ling and be around everywhere. But a woman basically got to be a second chance virgin. She got to be pure and clean, and that's all right, and that's how it's supposed to be.
She got to be pure and clean so he can come and dirty her up.
With the community team.
With the community team.
Yeah.
The community.
How you gonna have a clean vessel and then you gonna come dirty it up with community penis? How do we do that?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can say what you want to say because those same women that you think that aren't virtuous wouldn't help you be the hoe that you are today.
Hello.
Oh.
Because you need to have. You need to have.
Okay. Take my card to the tithe and offering, please.
Let's get it now. Look. Let's get all tithes and offering now before you regret sowing seed into this ministry.
I came with y'all.
We don't do refunds. We don't do refunds, girl. And we don't take checks, girl.
Not at all. No, we don't take checks because you know most of the church folk gonna tell you to don't cash that check right away. Hold that till next Friday.
But now churches have the actual ATM inside of their lobby or their vestibule.
Yeah,
Lord. You're gonna come up off God's money.
Most churches now have the swipe, or either most churches now have the card reader.
Matter of fact,
no excuse.
You can cash me. You can cash app the church, please, honey.
Yeah.
You can find us at $.
$, praise the Lord.
Beulah Baptist Holiness of the Lord Jesus AME Christ Church.
Beulah Baptist Church. Look, Church of Christ and Tackle.
Bedside Baptist.
Look.
And Tackle.
Not Bedside Baptist.
Well, listen, I'm going to show this short video and we're going to talk about it. And this was actually surprising to me. I think either TeAma or T Savage had mentioned something about this, and I found the video, so I'm going to show it and we're going to talk about it.
Okay. I've been broke. I've been broke since '78.
No.
What do you mean no?
What do you mean you've been broke since '78?
We don't have money. You think athletes have money?
You made a fortune during your football career.
No, dude. The people signing the check have a fortune.
Well, okay, it's all relative, but to 99.9% of the population, you were making a fortune. Maybe not compared to the billionaire NFL owners, but 99% of the population.
Where I'm from,
right?
I'm not rich, or I'm not well. I'm well off, if that's what you say it. I'm well off.
And you're still well off today.
Yeah, I'm cheap. You haven't followed me over the years.
Hey, your friend Trent, who I was talking to, said, when you guys will go out to lunch, he will force you to let him pay sometimes, but everybody else you pay for, so you can't be that cheap.
It was weird. It was weird, but I am cheap. The way I move, the way I live, the lifestyle I've lived over the years. If you followed me, even if you're a fan, you know, like I've always shown small instances. Like for instance, on Hard Knocks. Shopping at Claire's. My jewelry has always been fake. Rolexes, diamonds, everything is cubic zirconia because it all shines the same when the light hits it. If you already have money, there's no reason to buy anything real, which I've tried to explain
But you have
numerous
like
times.
a dozen exotic cars, or a dozen cars, some of which were exotic.
Me?
Yeah.
I had a Ferrari, I had a Lamborghini and a Phantom, all which were bought with TV money.
Okay. What is it like though when the football checks obviously stopped coming because you're no longer playing, but the kind of day-to-day living expenses remain the same. That
my living expenses, my only overhead was child support, which is structurally done between myself and the mothers.
Okay.
That's my living expense. That was always, that's all I have. I didn't have a house here, I didn't have a house there. Like, you don't understand how simple I really live. You know, there's a perception and then there's reality.
So it was important to you to make smart financial decisions over the course of your.
I did early. I didn't make any extremely bad ones because I didn't do any of those ridiculous investments. Mm-hmm. I didn't put money, like I was extremely safe in a sense and didn't do anything crazy.
What made you realize you needed to make those smart decisions?
I don't know. I went through a phase. That phase of mine was only 2 years. It got boring because the things that people like to do, I'm not even into it. I don't drink alcohol, so I'm not in the club popping bottles and spending $50K for a group of people. I didn't have an entourage. The entourage that I had didn't even want to deal with me growing up as a kid, and definitely didn't want to surround themselves around me once I made it because of the attention that they brought. So I didn't have to spend on them. So where's my money going? It's really nowhere for it to go. I'm not trying to live up to society standards. I was an oddball when I was playing. I didn't want to fit in with anyone else. Everything I did, I wanted to be over here on my own. I was completely different. And so, which is why I keep trying to explain how my transition really wasn't that difficult, because I wasn't living crazy when I was making it.
Why do you think the perception out there was different?
Because I made it that way, the way I played. You know? The interviews, the celebrations, you know? The mainstream media was able to, you know, sort of build up this perception to the masses on this is the way I was, when, you know, behind closed doors, I'm nothing like that. Which is why I would love.
Okay.
Speak. Oprah said it a few years ago that for her diamond pieces and things like that, she will mix her oh, you probably have to mute Dawn low. Yes, Dawn. She said that she would mix her expensive and inexpensive pieces. One, who gonna check her? She rich. Who gonna question it anyway? Right. Secondly, why walk around with $1 million on your neck for somebody to just come and yank, and you got to pay all this money for insurance? You know what I'm saying? So she taught me a long time ago how to mix in your real, you know, with your not so real. And a lot of times, if you think about it, a lot of people aren't doing it for themselves. They're doing it to really appease others.
Yeah. Yeah, my father told me growing up, if you have to wear your money, you really don't have it.
I like that.
I mean, a lot of people pretty much in society, a lot of people feel like if you have money, you're supposed to dress the part, wear Gucci and Fendi and all of this. But my thing is, when I say the only purse that I own is a Louis Vuitton purse. Other purses, I'm not big on materialistic things. A lot of people feel that if, you know, you got Tyler Perry money, you should live beyond your means. And I'm not going to go broke trying to stay up for some broke motherfuckers. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go above my limit because someone wants to see me a specific way. You're going to catch me in this rainbow dress. You're going to catch me in these shoe dazzle shoes. So if you have a problem with the way that I'm dressing and you don't like that I don't spend money on my stuff, you can spend your money.
But that's how rich people stay rich. Like really rich people, you don't see them wearing name brand and stuff. They wearing slides and khaki shorts and wrinkled shirts and got a pocket full of money, because most people will buy those name brand bags and don't have $20 to put in them.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Right. Let me tell you guys why. It's all about the mentality. Right. Once you learn the value of things, whether it be your life, yourself, your money, your investments, the people around you, the energy. You need to learn value. And the people that don't know value will spend $1,000 on a belt and they ain't got nothing in their head. They barely got a place to stay. They barely got lights on in their house. They barely got food in their house. But they gonna let you know they stepping out in the latest Jordans. But that's what we have to understand, that society is so effed up because we're so worried about what looks good and not what's good. We rather chase things that are not appealing to the mind, but appealing to the sight. We need to learn value. And if you don't have value, you are empty everywhere.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But when you're talking about materialistic stuff, the people that do the most chasing and emulating of having anything is African Americans. White folks don't really go out and spend their money on clothes and things of that nature. You don't really see white folks in the store saying they gotta have Jordans. They'll prefer a pair of Aces or Keds and study invest their money in a Roth account and things of that nature. I remember a gentleman asked Bill Gates one day, why don't he dress as if he's a millionaire? A billionaire. He was like, clothes are clothes. As long as I am clothed and I am warm and I am chilled and I can live comfortable, then my money is doing what I needed to do, which is grow. And, and this is what I remember reading the book. It's been a while, but I can't exactly remember the name. But in this book, it was teaching white folks how to market their business and anything that they want, and how to market it was to say that a Negro is not supposed to have this. And the more white people and Jewish people state those statements, the more black people have to have it, because they have to prove that they can have anything that whites and Jews can have. So just like Chad said, and the people on the panel said tonight, that it's all about image. It doesn't matter that I don't have it to blow. It doesn't matter that I can't even pay my rent. It's all about image and perception. So we as a people prefer to go around emulating or casting off the image of us having things, and after that show is over, we go home to nothing. And it ain't white. It ain't. And the white people that you see wearing Jordans and hanging out, they hang in the hood for an image, and that image after they leave, because they want to portray black people, but they don't want to be black people. Because when they leave from portraying that, they go back to mama house, daddy house, who already got money in a trust fund waiting up and saving up for them.
Wow. And that's another thing, because blacks, we don't teach our youth wealth. We do not teach them generational wealth, and we don't pass down anything but a bunch of old rundown name brand shoes, purses, and all of that. We don't know that. So that's why you have to be pretty much what your bloodline is missing. Break those generational curses and start teaching the youth in your family the value of money. That way, nobody's gonna go out of their way trying to go broke looking rich, because that's what black people, they know. They put these certain stores in the black community because they know where we spend that money, like literally religiously, because we don't know how to save.
And they know that we're still working through our repression.
Yeah.
That's where it all comes from. Let's be very clear. That's where it all comes from. You know, what I do know, me being blessed enough to be around enough of non-African American people who live like African American people. So they may not buy Jordan's Legacy, but trust me, they buy some other shit they can't afford. It's not shoes. It's not shoes. I'm around several VPs and executives who are chicken to chicken. I thought they were cousin Ray Ray. Their bank account looks so fucked up.
You know what? Bye.
I ain't lying. Ray Ray, is that you? Like, I mean, it's just a difference in what they do put their money in. Like, everybody's different. But for the historical African Americans, we've always had to prove that we can and we will and we can get it. And that's why I think that has molded into where we are today. Now it's this image that even amongst us, we still got to look like we're doing great, even though we're not.
But Savon, let me ask you this question. Everybody on the panel, let me ask this question. We have more African Americans now today than any time in history that are millionaires and billionaires. Not just in Hollywood, not just in New York, they're all throughout the United States. Correct. So the question is this: if they have made it, why not give out those seminars to economically empower and show our youth and us now?
Because
how
they know we're not going to listen.
How
and
to
not even
grow
that,
your
some
money.
do, but you have a lot of people that don't want to apply themselves. They want you to give them shit.
They want you to give. They don't want to apply themselves to say that because they're even the government and other people. The reason why some of those Black people are millionaires now because they are part of their bloodline that's breaking those curses. They're hungry for it. They're going after it. They're doing the research. But the government, they're expecting us not to learn money. They're expecting us to be broke. They're expecting us to be ill-mannered. So it's kind of like, why would I teach them when I know they're going to get money just to blow it anyway?
Well, what happened to the Black Wall Street? What happened to it?
Which time?
That's my point. A lot of times it's not us trying.
It's them taking. I'll say it. If you're not, they take it from us. And honestly, it's to the point, why wouldn't we go out here and loot and tear up our fucking city when something's going on? Because y'all owe us that. Y'all take so much stuff from African Americans, even when we get to a point where we do have funds and we're celebrating ourselves or celebrating our goals and our funds or whatever you want to call them. But they get taken away from us because if we show any source of power, if a Black person, male, female, or anything shows their power, they try to take that in chunks. So it's like we don't have the stance.
And here's one more reason why we tell what's around us. We don't own it anyway.
We don't own it anyway. Y'all can take all of this, but don't take my business, but we don't care about that. We don't care about foundational wealth, something that can continue to build passive income, residual income. We don't know about these things. And some people don't know about
some people don't know about it. Right.
Google will teach you so much. Google will teach you so much. There are so many seminars and things on YouTube. Research your things, guys. Like, don't just be illiterate and emotionally disconnected or mentally disconnected from this knowledge. It's there.
That's what you just said. It emotionally.
You know what they're saying.
But go ahead, Savage.
You want to hide something from Black people, you put it in a book.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
And that's
exactly
true.
what it is.
But it's true.
But the thing that I'm gonna go back to again is, when do African Americans stop being crabs in a bucket? Let me show you prime example. Again, I'm gonna go back to as many millionaires and billionaires as we have in the United States of America right now. Right. There's no reason for African Americans to only own, and I'm not going to even outright say own, because you still have to deal with the federal government when it comes to opening up a bank. But there's no reason that we shouldn't have Black-owned banks all throughout the United States that can lend out those to African Americans or people of different races money, to where when you got the right business plan that come through, you have somebody to actually have somebody from that branch or division that you're going in that actually goes through with you and show you what you need to critique and what you need to do in order to ask and get this loan. And they also have somebody out there to monitor those persons that get that loan to make sure they invest in that money and doing what they say they are doing. I can't hold all white people accountable for not educating our people, because we are the most miseducated, and those that do have the education mentally, after they make it, they decide to say, F that. I'm not going back to where I came from. So you first have to get rid of the crab in the bucket mentality and turn around and say, how can I help my people financially give these classes and seminars in a way that they can understand it. See, because a lot of people ain't gonna understand those X's and O's that are talking language that Black people may not understand because they're not educated enough at that moment. So you may have to have somebody to come in there and talk ounces and grams, kilos. They understand crack language. They understand dope language. So you have to be able to give it to them in a way that they can receive it and go out and manifest it.
That's chemistry.
Right. Kind of.
It's chemistry and it's called accounting.
Exactly.
I mean, so
and it's called accountability too.
So the skill set has always been there. Like, so I can't say the one thing I can't agree with the one thing that you said, Legacy, that I can't agree with is I don't feel that it's always the person who got out responsibility to go back and save. You know, I think a lot of times people, they try, but then when you're met with such resistance and you're like, okay, if you don't want to help you, I'm not about to keep putting all this energy into it. I'm gonna let you sit where you at. Yeah. I'm a person that will try to help.
I'm not saying go broke, sweetie. What I am saying is, even if you don't get 100, 10 is better than none.
Yeah.
I get it. But what I'm saying though is, I'm not saying don't try. Try.
Yeah, see what you can do for yourself.
And be open to those who come to you. You know what I'm saying? Like people will come to people will come to you wanting something, but then they don't want to put the work in. That's my experience. That's all I'm gonna say. I can only speak about what I've dealt with, and then they won't put the work in.
I remember watching Savon. I think was you on the show? Maybe it was us on the show, but we was watching about, I think it was Ocho Cinco, the gentleman that was just there. We also, and it was like 3 other all pro, all world athletes, wide receivers. They was all having a football meeting. And Hopkins, which is the receiver for the Arizona Cardinals, he's rich. And he's not blowing his money any other kind of way. He said that he told his entire family, all I want you guys to do, and it's to go with what you both are saying, that all they needed to do was bring a business plan to him. Allow him to have, you remember that thing, Tony? Allow them to bring a business plan to him. Let his people go over the business plan. If it wasn't good enough, the business plan people were going to help them get it right. And then he was going to finance whatever business that they wanted. And it went back to what you said. That's why I'm using this, is because, like you said, a lot of people want you to just give because they know you have. Right. So they were just expecting him to hand out 28,000, 100,000, cause I'm big cuz, and I'm telling you this is what I'm gonna do with it. And a lot of times, a lot of our athletes who do that type of thing and give that type of large amount of money out to friends, they end up getting tied up in a drug thing or a drug tie-in, because they'll say, well, that person wasn't on that level of selling drugs until you financed them that $100,000. And now you are standing before the NFL panel, you're standing before the grand jury for them to decide if you are a facilitator of your friend being a drug lord.
Because you gave him seed money.
You gave him seed money, exactly.
Right.
So, but he said out of all the family members that he's dropped that information to, not one have came to him yet with a business plan.
And so I said, if I was to ever win the jackpot, that's exactly how I would handle it. Because I don't want to give you anything. I want you to be able to build. I want to help you build generational wealth for you and yours. And I don't have a problem helping you. I don't have a problem if I got it, financing it. No problem. I want to help you get to a point in life where you can sustain for yourself. You can show your kids, and we can all win. Plus, that'll keep your ass from coming back and asking me for any more money too.
Hello.
Right. Because you got to show me that you're helping yourself. You got to show me you're helping yourself before I can get involved.
So you're basically going to teach them how to fish instead of giving them a fish.
Or if I do give you a fish, you sign this contract that said you can't come back, you can't come here fishing no more.
You got to pay attention when somebody's showing you something. So if you're not paying attention and you're not willing to receive that, then that's on you. But I'm going to go and get my millions. And if you ask me for something, I'm going to help you out the first time. But if God is not going to trust you with $1, he's not going to trust you with 1,000 or 1,000,000 or 100,000,000. He's going to only give you what your mentality is going to allow you. Period.
And
so
see, the one thing that's
everybody is to have accountability.
The one thing that's so beautiful about what he was trying to do, he was going to have his people go over the business plan and perfect, teach, and show them where it was wrong. Like, I mean, that's golden.
That's so easy. But you know, we have a mentality where we don't like people to tell us nothing because we know it.
If you knew it, you wouldn't be asking me for nothing.
Right.
Well,
but that's another thing.
A lot of them probably didn't have intentions on opening up no business anyway.
They would. They was going to get them. They was going to buy them some Jordans.
Let's be clear. A lot of African Americans are lazy, and they want you to give it to them.
That's true.
I have too many family members that came from the islands with nothing, and they only been here 11, 12 years. They own their own home, got their own businesses. Asian people come over here, start their own business, buy their own property. Come on now, nobody ain't getting.
Yeah, we're at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to finance.
Well, hold on.
You literally got to tell people, I don't owe you anything.
Literally, nobody owe you nothing. It's up to you to want better.
Now, what I will say though, the Asians will come over here.
Got nothing, but people just got here and they had less than you, and they made a way. Honey,
but here's another thing.
And put that work into action.
Here's another thing, though, for certain people who come here. There are certain government grants they'll give them to start out to help give them the push that they need.
Okay, let me help you.
Hold on. But say Savon, they got them for us too.
They not getting shit.
Well, one thing I know about people that come from
other, nothing.
Well, I know. That's why I said certain people. That's why we have so many Sulines with hair whirls in the ghetto.
I'm saying islanders, I'm not talking about Cubans when they would come here and they made it. Shit, you know how much they getting in food stamps and a check a month?
Yeah, they do get
Well, one thing about foreigners though is they have that get up and go, that drive. Because think about it, most of them in their island they're already suffering and they're struggling and living in poverty or whatever. So when they come over to a land of opportunity, the United States, they take advantage of the opportunity and they make it happen.
Exactly.
Government grants or not, they make it happen.
I'm not mad at them getting a government grant to start it out because
if you Haitian, Jamaican, some Dominicans, that white man is still that white man and you still that nigga. But if you getting it, that means there is nothing there that's stopping you but you. Let's be crystal clear.
Let's be clear.
Because at the end of the day, they would have been on that slave plantation with all of us.
Oh yeah.
They got an accent or something different. So when you make that white man that wall, you're always going to be stagnant because you made that your problem.
Well, I have to disagree with that. I have to disagree with that because I am finna say this. I do believe that a lot of people use that as crutches, but in some areas in the United States, that's why there's such thing as redlining, to where people know that the demographics of where money cannot be issued out. Take the time to go look up and understand what redlining is. Because what that means is that certain demographics of where you are located and where you are raised are not going to get certain amount of funding compared to Wellington, compared to Royal Palm. That's why the educational systems where mostly black kids attend are not facilitated the same way where mostly white people attend school. So let's be clear on this. I do believe we use it as a crutch to a degree, but you can't tell me that black folks have suffered the most injustice on this planet, and it was afflicted by whites first, and we afflicted on ourselves now because that was taught. So you have to first learn to reprogram and then show the way of how things need to be done. We can tell a child all day long what to do. They will attempt to do it. But if you do not show them the direct way of how you wanted it to be done, then it will continually be misdone the way that you don't want it. We have to understand that 400 years of oppression and slavery right before you, and it's still going on today, not as always as a physical. Go ahead and say.
I want to piggyback off what you said about the redlining.
Yeah.
The redlining. So guess what the COVID-19 experience taught me? That is still happening today. They have a whole tax. They have a whole geographical map that they use for the SBA and the IRS to show who they're going to fund and who they're not going to fund. When I tell you there were people that were in what they considered middle to high income areas that could not get assistance because they were only assisting maybe the middle to low income areas, but you have to be able to identify what those areas are first.
Yeah.
But Kamal said, hold on, Legacy. Hold on, Legacy. Let me read this comment.
Go ahead, Sam.
Kamal said, it sounds like no one remembers we as Black Americans are cursed with what we were taught about ourselves as slaves. I know as many lazy people from all races can't buy that we are lazy.
Damn, the truth. Finish it.
Yeah.
Savage.
Okay, hold on. As they see it, it's a land of opportunity. We were shown from the powers that be that there is no fair opportunity for the Black Americans.
Now let me. Oh God damn, come on.
Right. I mean, but this is a good subject because a lot of people don't
look at redlining and Willie Lynch laws and institutional racism apply to us from day one. Please don't call us racist.
Because we're not. Because a lot of people look at Black people as we're racist, but we are literally fighting peacefully. You know, all we want is equality. But at the end of the day, just like what goes to what you said, Legacy, I mean, I understand what you're saying. However, everybody still has to hold themselves accountable. You can't move forward or even want to know the knowledge if your value is not there. If you don't value yourself enough to even want more, you're not going to go seek that help. You literally have to take accountability to actually go out and do this. Yeah.
Do you think anybody in that lives in Ethiopia or in a poor area will move or of violence that can actually at once move from where they are, come here, and then automatically lift themselves up from their bootstraps? No. Do you know that when other people from Africa come to this country, I got friends that came from Africa and have told me stories that the U.S. Embassy shows them videos of when they're coming into the United States that they are not to deal with Blacks in their community because one, they're lazy, they're the most violent people in the United States and everything. So they already preconditioned other people of our same skin tone.
But it's the choice that they move forward with that. If they move forward and say, I want to be away from Black people, if they say they want to be away from Black people because of a video that they were shown, it's up to you to choose that. Whatever you feed, whatever energy you feed, that's the energy you're going to go by. But if somebody told me not to trust Black people, let me go. I mean, I know this, but don't give me somebody, if somebody told me that Savon was mean, okay, that's what you think. Whatever you did to Savon to make her mean to you, then that's what you did. I'm going to live myself. And I'm gonna take my own accountability, and I'm gonna just run with it. But I don't care what.
But that's you. Everybody don't have a strong mindset as you do. But let me show you something. Right? Hold on. Let me show y'all something. How many of y'all know that right now today they just passed a bill and a law that just this year alone they have what is called the Asian bill for the COVID-19,
and they don't have one for Black Lives Matter.
Violence against them. Huh?
They don't have one for Black Lives Matter. That's what pissed me off, because y'all are supporting all these other races. We've been having all these problems.
They gave those Asians a $5 million grant to all the Asians. They're gonna get the Asians.
are gonna get this money funded into whatever they want to do. Not one time have blacks in the United States ever received reparations for slavery of over 500 years. And we talking about 1 year of violence against Asians in this country, and niggas been getting hurt.
It ain't even been a year. It ain't even been a year.
So when we talk about pulling each other, when we talk about blacks don't want it, first of all, Asians are set up in a black community because one thing people know in the United States is that African Americans spend more money than any other race on the planet on bullshit. So that's why black women spend over $2 trillion a year on weed. And but guess what? We don't have no link to the industry to be able to go in there and buy hair at the cheap price that Asians do and Arabs do, and come back in our own communities and sell this hair. I live in West Palm Beach. I can touch 8 to 10 hair stores where only thing Negroes do in these hair stores is hit a register, sweep the parking lot, or do some trash out. But they don't have no economic growth for them being able to own.
It's just racial profiling.
One second, before y'all move on, Kamal said, then put that white Jesus in our face, opposite the description in the Bible, to remind us we are secondary.
That's what they've always done.
Get together to move the needle.
Anybody could put whatever they want in your face. Is what you put into your mind.
Your own people are teaching you that same ideology.
But
your people teach that to you.
They never told us there was nothing we couldn't do. So our mentality was never put in my spirit.
Yeah, and another thing that's really sad. Another thing that's really sad that I think.
Kamal said we have to live ourselves first, and then love one another. We can make it happen.
Exactly.
Savon said, if I remember correctly, we had an issue with Asians discriminating against blacks in China.
Right now,
that's true.
Right now,
that's true.
But let me say something here.
Do not like y'all ass.
Yeah, let me say something here. Now, I know that we're always fighting about Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Now, I know I'm fixing to start some stuff on here. I know y'all gonna tell me up. Here we go. Follow me now. Here we are talking about Black Lives Matter, which they do. But how the hell do Black Lives Matter if we don't give a fuck about our people ourselves?
You want me to answer that?
Let the church say amen.
Amen.
Now, we're going to say that what we also going to say about the whole Black Lives Matter is Black Lives Matter until you find that it's a trans life or an LGBTQ black life. Then it's not as important. So we have a lot of time. We have a lot of issues supporting the black hetero narrative, because when it comes down to a trans, gay, black person being murdered, ain't nobody marching. Ain't nobody marching.
Community. And I don't understand why. Whether you're gay, lesbian,
God rest George Floyd's soul and his family. But had that been a trans person, we wouldn't. It
wouldn't even been on the map. It wouldn't have been on the map. And that's my thing, because I hang around that community, the LGBT community. I have nothing but friends. My son, my 14-year-old son, just came out and told me that he was gay. Why would I not support that? That's my son. And not only that, he's black and a black man. So regardless of what he signifies himself to be, he's still black. So regardless, why would I hate that? But again, what we value, it goes back to that. We don't value anything. So even like, that we see somebody,
ladies, tell me this.
Black people, unless it's a white person pulling it.
Tell me this. When have black people ever been taught to love each other? Because I can take you back. Hold on. I can take you back 400 years where we were pitted against one another to fight. And if you lost the fight, this is what white people did. Is if you lost the fight, the person that lost would die. The other Negro would go home to heal up and prepare for another fight next week. Again, you have to first, like Kamal said, we have to first know how to love ourselves and heal ourselves then branch out.
Okay, so listen. Let's do this. Okay.
Ron said we are scared of the trans community because we don't understand it.
And
thank you, Ron. Thank you. Nobody understands that community.
On either side of my bloodline. Jews, they got shot directly in the fucking face. No remorse, whatever. African Americans were slaves. So nowhere in my bloodline was I altered at any point. But if that's 400 years ago,
it doesn't change because it was 400 years ago.
The transition from 400 years ago, my mom would be 60. None of this was taught into my family to where there's anybody that can stop me than me. So at what point do us as Black people own our shit to where we at is us?
I'm pretty sure that the young man that just got gunned down by the police officer that say she was reaching for her taser, that his parents and nobody else told him he couldn't be nothing to do nothing either. But right now, his life is taken from him due to the fact that someone else took his life in their own hand, in his own hand. It's been going on then, and it's going on right now.
That got killed yesterday by a Black man.
But it's been going on.
They're not going to show that. It's not a Black Lives Matter movement unless the person that killed the person pulls the trigger is white. That's what we make it an issue. We make it an issue when we see a white person pulling the trigger. But if it's a nigga killing another nigga, we don't care about that. That's why I say Black Lives Matter can be bullshit sometimes because
Speak on it.
Give a fuck about Black people.
Speak
now,
on it.
Well, let's say that. Let's be bluntly honest.
I'm sorry that y'all feel like Black Lives Matter is bullshit because it. No. I don't mean it in that way. That's what you just said.
Now let me correct myself so that nobody gets this twisted and misunderstood. I said Black Lives Matter is bullshit sometimes because Black people have a tendency to hate other Black people about what she got on, what he got on, what they doing, what money they got, and then they go out and they kill this other Black person. But then you want to turn around and
let me help you understand. The only difference, sweetie, that goes on in the United States is this: when Blacks kill Blacks, it's televised.
But it's not a Black Lives Matter movement.
If you go do the numbers, you will see. But that there are just as many white violence that goes on in the United States across the country as it is Black people. The only thing is whites and Jews control the news media and what is to be placed and put on.
That's true. I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not going to disagree with that. But still, it goes with the value.
You only see it on the news because that's what they give us. But if you really went and did the numbers, you wouldn't say that.
No, here's the thing. I get it,
especially in our Black churches.
They don't teach either. The church doesn't teach either.
They don't.
The church does not teach me shit.
They teach hatred.
I am not religious. I am spiritual. I am spiritual. I'm not religious.
Here's the thing.
At his own birthday party in Miami.
See,
this was last week. 6-year-old at his birthday party. 2 Black dudes decided they wanted to shoot each other, but the baby was the one to take the bullet.
See what I'm
and
saying?
it's that type of stuff. But then what Tasha was saying was, and this is where I get what she's saying, because those same 2 Black men that were shooting each other will be the same ones screaming about how Black Lives Matter, but they didn't give a fuck about each other's life at that moment.
And that's
now,
what I mean.
Black Lives Matter is not just about Black; it's about respect of others. It's about respect. And if you can't respect, I've seen so many people say that shit, and then in the next token, they're ready to go get and drag Tasha. They're ready to go get and drag me over some stupid shit at that.
Yeah,
girl,
we're not coming together and standing up. We're not doing what we're supposed to do. Is coming together. I swear, if we come together, we can be a force out here. But
here's the thing: when we do this, we devalue. We show how much we devalue ourselves, and we make it seem okay for others to treat us that way too. You can't say it's okay for us to do it to each other. I don't buy that shit. I don't like that shit. It ain't okay, period.
But I agree with both of you ladies to the fullest on that aspect. But we still have to recondition and train people because in order for change to take place, you have to recondition, train mentally that this is not the way. And but what we don't pay attention to, we can look at Parkland, Florida. White folks, when they kill in mass. Black folks ain't going and standing in no New York building and shooting down AK rifles and killing up people having a good time in that aspect.
Then they're treated with respect. They're treated with respect, knowing that they have blood on their hands of the victims they killed. Like what's that man's name? He just killed 8 people, and the police was giving him water, medical attention, and putting him in the front seat of a police car. Yeah. What the fuck? If we would have done that shit and raided,
that's what I'm saying.
We would have had a bloodbath there.
That's what I'm saying to y'all. The only difference is they control the media outlook on how you are to perceive someone. So if they demonize us before trial or anything, you can't change the outlook mentally of what somebody's gonna receive and perceive when they standing on a jury pool. They already done made their mind up. They done already seen you as a demon. But guess what? And I'm gonna show you an example. When black people do something, they call them if a 17 or a 16-year-old child go out and do a mass shooting in the school, he's talked about in the media as an adult.
Badly. I agree with that.
Same 14, 15-year-old child that's white, he's been misguided. The little boy, he needs his parents. So they control the narrative of how people view you in the media across the board.
Hold on a moment.
Hey, Jazzy.
Just-in-time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. TeAma Copeland is your independent paparazzi agent. Join her live online Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join her on Facebook at TeAma Sweetness Copeland or her fan page, Just-in-Time Accessories, or you can find her on YouTube at Teama Herice. That once again is Just-in-Time Accessories. Everything is only $5. Nickel and lead-free jewelry. TeAma Copeland, independent paparazzi agent. Just-in-Time Accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Check her out.
The Shepherd's Heart AME Church of Royal Palm Beach. Contemporary worship for this present age. At the Shepherd's Heart, we're centered on Christ, focused on family, and united in love. We are a come-as-you-are church. No dress code, no judgment, no kidding. The Shepherd's Heart AME Church, where the pastor is yours truly, Reverend Liam South. We're an out-of-the-box ministry. Come, break out of the box with us.
No.
The Anthony Brown Show and the A.T.L Show now have merchandise available for purchase. You can purchase your merchandise at the link located in the description section below the video. We have male and female shirts, male and female tank tops, jerseys, hoodies, and onesies for your infants. Yes, everything you need in apparel, we have it here. The Anthony Brown Show, along with the A.T.L Show. The A.T.L Show shirts proudly say we are the blueprint, and the Anthony Brown shirts grind until you shine. Get yours today.
Welcome back. We have been joined by none other than the very beautiful Miss Jazmine Divine. How are you, Jazmine?
Good evening, everyone. How's everybody?
Good. How are you, Jay? How are you, Jazzy Faye?
Look like I came in on a heated conversation, baby. I was talking about the Black Lives Matter and stuff. The only thing I can really say about
this topic, if I want to continue on this topic, or do I want to bring up the next video?
Oh no, it got a little heated. I know I was about to start sweating.
It's probably a good time to segue.
You know,
this
whole
I mean,
thing.
it just goes back to, you know, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done with the whole, Black Lives Matter thing. It all goes back to value. If you don't value you, you won't value me, regardless of your color. Regardless, you have to value me, and you have to value yourself, and that comes with accountability. And if you don't have that, yeah, you're gonna hate. Yeah, you're gonna be racist. Yeah, you're gonna. I mean, we can't stop this unless all Black people are on the same level, and it's not gonna happen if we're not being cognizant of the things that we're doing and our actions and our words that we use towards each other. The next Black person's gonna look at you like, whatever. We don't care about each other, so why would we care about a Black Lives Matter movement?
Exactly.
I care about the movement. Don't get me twisted. I care about the movement, but I want us to literally be smart when we're talking about that. Because if we're gonna go out and kill another Black person, don't scream Black Lives Matter, because you ain't about that.
You're not about that life.
Well,
you ain't about that Black Lives Matter. So that's all I have to say about it.
I like to just touch on that for just like a hot second. I do feel like that with the whole situation, ignorance is taught ignorance. And when we start to educate ourselves more, and like my Black beauty, I call her my Black beauty, but Natasha the Gemini, like she was just stating, until everyone is treated equal, from the straight, the gay community, until we're all treated equally, and then we understand and we go into and we accept people not only for who they are but who they choose to love, as far as they're not sitting up there and trying to teach or spear hate because they see an interracial couple together. Until we start valuing not only the interracial couples, because there's no pure breed of Black, white, Puerto Rican, whatever. We're all mixed some type of way with something in our back, in our heritage. Until we start understanding that, because I was listening to someone today and they taught their child at 3 and 4 years old racism stuff. And I'm like, how a child does not come into the world knowing hate and then know racism. All they know is love. And that's the type of love that you take and you show and you teach that child. So I said all that to say this: until we respect self and get that same type of respect and that love that comes from self, instead of having that crab in a bucket mentality, we're never going to move forward. It's always going to be something.
Exactly.
To piggyback on
and I mean,
I agree.
I agree. I just want to piggyback on what you're saying, Jazmine. I have a friend of mine, heterosexual male, straight man. He said to me that he was speaking to some of his friends, some of his homies, and they were saying that the problem that they had with us, or the LGBT community, is the fact that when things happen, as far as like a Black person is murdered or a Black person is shot or whatever, where are the LGBT people as far as protesting and this and that? I got them together.
The same place they at when we get killed at home.
I gathered him together. Then I said,
do they not realize the first protest and the first marches was done by LGBT? It was done by two lesbians that took it out of everything and put it together and organized it.
I told him, I said, we were
nobody's gonna know that.
The picket signs in the crowd with the straight people. I said, but we weren't walking around with a big flag that's saying, "Hey, I'm gay. I'm representing the straight people, but I'm gay." No, we were just there because of the cause. So it was no a need to say, "Hey, I'm gay," or wear my rainbow flag or my rainbow shirt. Right. I said, we were there. I said, but let's flip the note, friend. I said, when the LGBT, the trans community, when they're murdered or shot or beaten, where's the straight people?
Well, that's the first time they said that. Oh, them F's or those P's deserved it.
Ooh.
You know, he couldn't
Wait. Run that back. What? Say that again. Can you repeat that?
Whenever they the first thing that they said, them F's and them P's deserved it. They was going to hell anyway.
Wow.
Let's keep it 2000. If we're gonna keep it 2000, and then the first thing they say, oh, well, you know, she played with that boy. That boy didn't know who it was. Let's be real.
Me and Tony know somebody. I'm not sure if y'all familiar. On Grant Street, this transgender by the name of Maisha was killed and left there. Do you know they gave dude 4 years because they say in the heat of passion he snapped out when he found it was a man. Maisha never like disguised who she was.
Right,
girl.
Never.
The excuse. It's the excuse for me.
Wow. Yeah.
And then somebody's Big Mama sitting up there still uplifting that crap because she wants to believe that he was still straight. And that's the same hatred that's taught from one generation to the next generation.
Not that you brought Big Mama into it.
Hey, let's be real. The Big Mama nowadays ain't in her 80s. Big Mama nowadays is in her 30s and don't know life.
And don't know
what that comment right there. Because if black lives truly mattered, you wouldn't be able to kill a black person. Because normally when each black person is killed, it's a lot of people around filming.
Right.
Put that damn camera down and help your brother or help your sister.
Yeah.
But
If y'all see me on the ground and the police is doing something to me, jump his motherfucking ass. Hello. Help me, community.
But my thing though is, on the same token though, why is it okay that they sit around and they watch a trans person get beat up and get stomped and then they all jump in to take and beat on top of her, but then they don't jump in and say, well, hey man, let's get to the bottom of what the situation is. As long as they assume it's a girl, all the dudes gonna jump in, but as soon as they find out, it's everybody jumps in, the man, women, woman, and child.
That's crazy. And I hate that because like the LGBT community, when I say they're bold, because they're brave enough and courageous enough to be themselves, and they're being demonized and neglected because they're different from other, sexualities. And I just, I really can't say anything about that because I hang around gay people all day. I hang around gays all day. I hang around bis all day. I don't feel a difference, but other people, it's like they kind of shoo them away because they're not normal.
That's the ignorance,
and I don't
baby.
understand.
That's the ignorance.
That's exactly
That's
what
the ignorance that's been taught from one generation to the next. That's the ignorance.
But Uncle Paul, who be touching them little girls, they fine with him.
Okay. They fine with him. They still giving him his salary. But I just think that it's very disgusting to like. It's just disgusting to hate somebody that wants to be themselves and love however they want to be, whatever they want. Like, who are we to judge?
But baby, what about though, Tasha?
Huh?
But what about this, Tasha? It's good. We're good enough to go get your hair, your makeup, and go and buy your Fendi bags and stuff with it. But as soon as the boyfriend want to say something, then it's a whole issue. Oh, my man ain't gay, this, that, and the third, or the boys, or the homeboys say something, or the boyfriend said, or the husband say, hey, you can't hang out with that faggot no more.
Tony,
right,
Tony,
right.
What do I say when it comes to my best friend?
No, let me show you something else. Hold on.
Tony said, move it along.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, my bad.
See,
is that a movie?
Here's the thing right there. And that right there is another reason why some of us are hated upon, because girl, they feel like we done took all their men.
Right.
When it comes to my best friend, he's a gay male. I lose a husband, I lose a friend, I lose my mama if I have to. Because I know at the end of the day, that boy gonna bite me in blood.
100%.
Yeah, because I got some people of the community that will literally put your eyes out for me.
Let me tell you,
I have more people that in the community.
He sent me a copy of the registration.
And you done got another one.
Hello.
Both of you. Look, TeAma got another one now too online. It's girl. And Black Beauty got another one. And look, as quiet as it's kept, Legacy don't know he got a power puff on his team too. I go to bed for him too.
I got you too, Savon.
Shit.
I got you too.
I don't feel the love, but I feel the love. Work out.
Sometimes you don't have to restate what should already be stated, Miss Girl. You should know where you sit. You don't need validation.
She said you gotta put her out there. You can't overlook her.
Ain't nobody overlooking her. When you know your position, you don't need it to be verified.
You know, I play my position very well. You know,
you do.
Honey, this is check. This is not checkers. This is chess, honey. Yes.
Oh,
look, this is my COVID. This is my COVID-19 family.
Okay. So I want to know, should I go into this? Jazmine?
I'm sorry. Should I go into I'm just getting in. That's why I'm coming in late. I'm just getting in, child. This old day mug. I didn't even have a chance to freshen up, y'all. Y'all forgive me.
Yeah, girl, at least you got a mug on, girl.
Okay.
I look like a mug shot.
I got a little bit of paint and batter on.
Should I show this other video?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Okay.
What other video?
The U.S. has long led the world in the number of children sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And one state, Pennsylvania, has put more juveniles behind bars for life than anywhere else in the country. Of those people, Joe Ligon has the tragic distinction of being the oldest and longest serving juvenile lifer in the country. He was recently released from a Pennsylvania prison after 68 years. CBS This Morning Saturday co-host Michelle Miller spoke with Ligon in his first television interview since his release. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning. Joe Ligon was released from prison back in February after a series of U.S. Supreme Court decisions found that those mandatory life without parole sentences for juveniles were unconstitutional. This highlights the issues of oversentencing in America's criminal justice system. And for Ligon, now a free man, he's entering a world, a modern world, he barely knows. What was the first thing you did as a free man?
I almost cried, okay, but I broke down with a big smile on my face. A free man, free at last.
83-year-old Joe Ligon was released from prison last month after serving nearly 7 decades for crimes he committed when he was 15. Ligon, the son of Alabama sharecroppers, was incarcerated when Dwight D. Eisenhower was president.
Good evening, my fellow Americans.
And Nat King Cole's Pretend was on the music charts.
Yeah, those buses there, they didn't exist when I was, because they had the streetcar
lines, yeah.
Yeah.
He returns to a changed world.
I looked at it when I seen all these high buildings, but I expect to see that. They locked me up, they did. They didn't lock my mind up.
In 1953, Ligon and 4 other black teenagers were involved in an alcohol-fueled spree of robberies and stabbings in Philadelphia. 2 people died. What were you guilty of?
I was guilty of being at the wrong place at the wrong time. It wasn't with the intention of hurting nobody. I didn't murder anybody.
There are people out there who are going to watch, and they're going to say, he stabbed someone. He committed a crime. You say to them what?
I'm sorry that I committed a crime. I'm sorry that someone was murdered. I'm sorry about that.
Ligon concedes he did stab someone that night, but maintains he didn't kill anyone. He says he's a changed man. Did you feel remorse for what you did?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I had to feel remorse.
The teenagers were tried together.
It was a city hall.
When you were tried?
Yeah, that's what they told me.
They pleaded guilty and were convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison with no chance of ever getting out.
This is the habeas petition I filed.
Public defender Bradley Bridge has represented Ligon for more than 15 years.
I sensed there was an injustice. I felt compelled to do something about it.
So why was Joe convicted?
Joe was convicted largely by guilt by association. There were 4 kids that were tried together, and a lot of the evidence against one child was considered against the other 2 or 3 other children. If this case went forward to trial today, he'd probably be found guilty of a manslaughter charge or maybe a third-degree murder and might do 5 to 10 or 10 to 20.
Ligon's niece, Valerie, came to our interview because she wants to show the world Ligon has a supportive family.
Yeah, she told me. She told me all the stories.
His fate started to change in 2016 when the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that all juvenile lifers should have a chance to be resentenced. But after nearly 7 decades behind bars, Ligon refused to be released on parole because he didn't want to be supervised for the rest of his life. So they kept fighting until a federal judge recently vacated his sentence. He was released without parole. You're free outright.
Outright. Thank you, Jesus.
Does Joe's case symbolize what's wrong with the criminal justice system?
First of all, it symbolizes that we really should sentence people individually based on who they are and what it was that they did. So a mandatory sentence doesn't do that. And the second thing is that children are particularly unique in their ability to grow, change, and reform themselves. And therefore, giving an adult sentence to a child is inherently wrong.
The world may have changed. Most of his immediate family is long gone. But Joe Ligon says he's not dwelling on the past.
There's nothing I can do about the past, but the only thing I can say, I just hope I have a better future.
And consider this, it cost the state of Pennsylvania $3 million to incarcerate Joe Ligon for those 68 years, and that's without any medical costs, Gail.
Boy, Michelle.
Wow.
Can I just say that is so sad, and that's just his whole life. He had no opportunity to have a family, to create a family if he wanted to. All he's known is incarceration, and 85 to 95% of the time, when somebody's been in there that long, that's all, not only that's all they know, they're going to do something to get back in there because that's the only life that they know. That is so sad.
Mm-hmm. The fact that he was released. The fact that he was released just in time for COVID, and to hear him talk tells me where he was mentally when he went in. Mm-hmm. It like I'm holding back tears because I'm like, you sound still like a 15. I mean, this is seriously.
There's no growth in there. There's no growth in there. See, since I actually go to school and I study criminal justice, we learned about how the justice system, how they're lacking. They don't even have a mental position in there to keep their minds, focused. No. I mean, and I know it's jail. I get it. Their minds aren't growing anywhere, but he said something that stuck out and it made me say, oh my God, he was like, they locked me up, but they didn't lock my mind up. Again, his perspective was totally clear, tunnel vision. I got to keep my right mind because I ain't, but it's that the whole story was just it.
But being there in that position right there, I've been in there from federal and statewide. And I mean,
years though. Like that doesn't compare to anything. 68 years is a long time to compare. I don't know. I feel some type of way. I don't even know.
And during that time, racism was at its all-time high as well. They saw these little boys they wanted to make, an example out of, had it been someone else, it would, they're a kid, this is their whole life, but that was the point in this instance. This is their whole life.
You got to first remember that they started locking up in mass a bunch of, you talking about almost 70 years. Mm-hmm. So 70 years probably would take us back to when Black folks actually got the opportunity to actually leave from amongst the slave master's property. And after they were given their rights to be able to be free, then they turned around and made laws that if you were loitering, if you were sleeping or not having a place of residence, that they turned around and made laws that you could be incarcerated and sent to prison, which actually puts you back in slavery. A lot of people tend to think about slavery as 400 years ago. We have to actually do the math and know that people have just recently, if you go back 70 years, you were pretty much just fighting for your rights to be able to vote. 70 years ago, you was just then fighting for your rights to be able to vote. So that means you just then came out of slavery. So a lot of people that were given prison sentences, just imagine he might have went in there with a 5-year sentence, but you had individuals in there that was trying to rape you and things of that nature, and he probably killed or shanked or did whatever he had to do as a man to survive in that area that gave him more and more and more time on with his sentence. So he became institutionalized to the point to where jail was actually his home. I've actually met an older gentleman while I was doing time that when he had done 28 years, and when they got ready to release him, to move him from general population to put him into the release parole, he jumped on the guard. He jumped on the guard and told the guard if he moved him, he was gonna kill him, because he knew that was a threat to an officer, and that they were gonna take him back to court and give him an extension on his time so he can be where he was used to being loved by some people. And he knew that every day he was gonna get 3 meals, and he knew that he had shelter. His mama died, his daddy died, brothers and sisters. He the only thing left of his existence that he knows. What you laughing at, say, boy?
Lord have mercy.
I got some mental issues going on right now, girl. The whole time, baby, sorry. The whole time I'm watching him, I'm like, I wonder how big his thing is. 80 years old, Lord Jesus. He just sitting in jail, done winked at the death, Lord Jesus. He probably had his first. He probably had no pee. He ain't had no. Ooh, I don't want to do that, baby, like that, because then it's gonna make. I'm just saying this type of shit that goes on in my head that I'm not right.
Savon, you're a whole man.
They need to. The first thing they need to do with this man is welcome him home with some poussoir, honey. He needs some poo nanny, because he probably didn't get 15. Poussoir, some poo nanny.
He may not want the poussoir. He may not want that.
He don't know. He don't know. He was locked up at 15. He don't know.
Right. I just don't think I don't think he's in the mind frame to want that. I would think he wants some.
Right. Well,
I think he wants some meat.
I don't know. I'm just glad that baby came out.
The way he needs to feel.
Maybe he do want to feel the inside parts.
He looked like he would say something and call my name, Paul D. He just came out sounding like a whole Negro slave, like a whole one. I was like, oh no,
God, my God,
Jesus.
Lyric Official said, "Man, hate that I can't be on camera at the moment, but Anthony, I'm loving your show and these topics. Thank you, Tasha, for representing the Kicking It with Lyric Official show. Love y'all." Oh, thank you, Lyric.
Love you too.
Great show.
You feel better, my smookums.
I know, Tasha. You now nothing but Tasha with Kicking It from.
Tasha is actually like the roving reporter / spokesperson for Lyric Kicking It with Lyric Official.
I mean,
I gotta be. If they're asking, I gotta show up for them. You know, I gotta show up for them.
You are showing up and showing out.
Oh, well, thank you. He'll be proud of me. Thank you.
Well,
I hope she read it.
That was
Well, we came up with legacy now. Since we only have a few minutes left, but before we waste the time, I said let's just move on real quick. We have a word for today.
Oh, a word.
Hallelujah.
Come on, word.
Rock, bitch.
Yes, I want to say hi to my haters in the audience. Hi, haters. I see you, whores. I see you. Yes, eventually I'm going to put your shit on blast. I'm just waiting.
T Savage.
Hi, April.
I'm gonna interview you on Tuesday, Anya.
This is the second.
I'm gonna interview you on Tuesday.
Okay, interview me on Tuesday. We'll let all this shit out.
Oh, I need to. I got the alerts, honey. Just make sure.
Hold on, what time?
Yes, because I got some bitches coming for me. They mad because they ain't got a pot to piss in. Living with their mama in the projects with two children that don't even sleep in beds. Hold on, come for me.
T-Savage,
baby, I take my leggings and I cut holes in them and make shirts because I think the shit cute. It ain't because I'm broke. I'm a fucking teacher. We make money. Girl, I wear this because I like it.
When I tell you
taking leggings and making shirts. So we can talk about this on Tuesday. Come back Tuesday, bitch. With the new name.
It's been a few shows I've been on. And I'm like, why they keep coming at T-Savage like that, girl?
Right. It's some haters, but it's okay because I'm about that life. Come on.
Well, y'all tune in Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Life with all them degrees you hold.
It's going down Tuesday.
But what best
Right. Still living at your mama's house. Hold on, come for me.
Make sure you bring
I'm gonna need that link. I'm gonna need that link. I like the tea.
You can't. You will be busy. You can't. You'll be busy.
That's right. Yeah.
TeAma said that she's interviewing. TeAma said that she'll be interviewing, so it's not gonna be on the A.T.L show, right? Oh, it is gonna be on the A.T.L show.
Oh, okay. I don't give a damn what show it's on, bitch. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Hold up. Listen before we run. Listen, Linda. Okay.
Not just Linda for me.
Unblock that lady you block and give her the link to come on.
What? I already blocked her. I can't unblock her.
Yes,
well,
you can, because she's so petty. She gonna make another page and come back. She's gonna do the show and she gonna pop in.
When she make that thing, you give her that link and you drop it.
Right.
Because I want to know who Anya best friend is. Because then Anya gonna have to answer for that. Because I don't know who the fuck you got in these streets. By the
girl, shut up.
So we gonna address that shit, but all the rest of that, I don't. That's dumb.
Dang, it's like females coming after you and can't even play with their pussy. What the hell? They come.
Ladies, that's not even talking about vagina because her smell like hot garbage.
That's what I don't.
This is a Black Lives Matter teachable moment.
Most definitely.
Don't come for me, please, unless I send for you. Okay? Please
It was the look for me.
I be trying to behave because I'm a teacher, but please don't take me back.
Yeah.
She said, the fuck?
Right. Yes. Tell them do not cometh for me if I am not playing with your poussoir.
First of all,
poussoir. That's the word today, poussoir.
Because that means this person ain't got nothing better to do than to follow you.
She don't.
Pussy petty.
I mean, she following and
I can handle a couple of the words. Ron said, "All you guys make my friend is great. Love you guys. Intelligence. We appreciate it, Ron. Keep coming. Keep subscribing. Keep liking.
So BB block bitch. Oh.
No, but she keep
I
coming.
think I just got it.
She come under different names.
And the thing about it is the stuff that she was saying.
We're gonna ask the panel. What's your definition of the block bitch?
The lady that's doing what she doing now.
Well, the thing about it is the stuff that she is in the comments saying, like my husband, we got our issues, but he would never call me loose. What? Never.
Listen, you want to.
And I'm not Kamal. Please don't give him that energy. I agree.
Show me your degrees and you'll make me interested. All that other dumb junk, I don't even want to hear.
Right.
She said, "But what if she throw you her food stamp card? Would that help?"
That's gonna change over here.
I buy my own groceries. I'm okay.
Shoot, I'll take it if you provide it. I'm sure to take it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know nobody who get food stamps. I'm happy they give them to you. They won't give them to me.
Shit, I be like, she living me in my husband's house.
What's your definition of block bitch?
Well, see, when I saw it, I thought it was like a roundaway, loose booty is what I was thinking. I was way off. Y'all see what my head was. I was trying to see what the 80-year-old man thing looked like, girl. So I guess I was being a block bitch in that moment.
Tasha, what's your definition? Tasha, what's your definition?
I would have to agree with Savon because I thought my mind goes left. I got to really, my mind is what a Ninja Turtles live in the cup. So I thought that she was loose round the way, girl. You know what I'm saying? No. So yeah, my bad. Dang. Jesus, please forgive me.
What's your definition?
Clutching my pearls. Maybe a hood rat slut, a slut out. I mean,
give it to him, Jazmine.
Slut out.
Maybe a hood rat slut out.
A good,
I mean, a
good old whore, Jezebel.
Yeah.
Just a hood rat slut out. That's all.
Eater.
A good old whore.
That's a block bitch. A eater. Y'all know what an eater is. You gonna mute me again?
She could do it in the.
Or the question wasn't for me.
One hole or the other one, it don't matter. I mean,
Both have been used up and abused, so it don't matter which hole. That's a block bitch to me.
Wow.
My God, today.
My God. Both holes have been used.
Well, for me, my definition of a block bitch is most of the times it will be a chick who is hood, who either she sell dope or the nigga that she deal with is on the block, or every nigga in the hood done knocked her block off. So that would be a block bitch for me.
That's my definition.
Not bottomless poussoir. I'm sorry.
Bottomless poussoir.
That's my definition.
There is no bottom to it. It is a canyon. It is a literal canyon.
At all.
That's my definition. Is a woman
down the hallway.
That every man in the block has had a piece.
Right. But listen, Tony.
Well, Tony, if that's the case, then Sierra.
I'm nervous. No, what you not gonna do? I do not. No, they not. You got it wrong. No, they not. No, they not. They were dating. They are dating. They're not just they're dating.
That's what most block bitches do. They date.
No, they don't.
Oh my
they
God.
Screwing.
Legacy.
They effing.
Come on.
I'm trying to be a block bitch like Sierra.
Legacy.
What you say? What you say? A block bitch, not a broke bitch, right? Okay. Okay.
How you doing? Much money. Get that Russell Westbrook money. Yeah. Russell Wilson.
But I told Tony this right here, Savon, and I say, why don't say Tony? I'm gonna throw back up Laura Harvey and Sierra. I say, why Savon go crazy? And
listen, I came in here. You missed it. Go back and watch the replay because I came in all still on that shit. But you wasn't on here.
You was the whole subject.
I was like, where's Legacy at? Because I still got some shit to say.
At least you know that when I come, I'm coming, and I know when you coming, it's gonna be there. That's why it's never no love lost, because I love you.
None. I came in. I said, where Legacy at? Because I still got some shit to say.
Oh my God.
My whole
listen.
But let me tell Tony,
Tony,
let me tell you the story.
Yes. I was waiting for it.
Yesterday, I saw this live, and I wish I had my camera rolling at the time.
Do you?
So, yeah, I really do. So I was driving down in West Palm Beach. I'm driving down Obama, and as I get ready to turn on 6th Street in Rivera, so normally I swing a little wide, but not today. It was like God had his hand on me, and I end up turning real close, making the right turn. As I make the right turn, I look up as I turn real close, and there's a car coming like 80 miles an hour straight toward me. So after I get on the side of the road, the car, it's an intersection coming, the car loops around trying to make a right turn onto the major road, and he can't make the turn. And he runs into the median and runs into a pole. Boom, run over the pole fall over into the road. The car keep going. The Negro jump out of the car and jumped across the Port of Palm Beach gate and started running. I say, oh shit, it's a high-speed chase. But the police wasn't around at the time. This how far he had done left the police, that he had time to hit a pole, drop and get out the car and jump the gate before the police came. As the police surround the car and the police trying to chase him, it's 2 babies in the car. And the kid's mama is in the car. And she jumped out the car. Well, the police came and grabbed the kids and put the kids in the car. They called EMS and the mama in the car. Stupid. The police asked her, who was he? She said, I plead the fifth.
Now wait a minute. Now you about to lose your kids and you want to be quiet?
Let me tell you.
But
I would have been out there. I wouldn't have had no age.
To me,
we would have been in that car
a block bitch.
We would have been gotten an accident.
You want a social? Do you want his type?
Right, what you want? You want his mama name? You want his grandmama's social security number? I already tell people, I'm telling, honey, I'm telling.
But no, I would have lost my mind
with
my kids in the car.
With my kids, I mean, that's the reason why I'm telling. Like, I probably would have held you down any other time, but because you put me and my kids at risk like this, I'm telling.
But guess what the two main things is, Savon? Guess what the 2 main things? 1, probably neither one of those kids are his for him to do that. And 2, it's probably not even his car.
It was probably her car.
Exactly. But even if that's your kids and dude on a high-speed chase, I'd be knuckling his ass up while we were in that car. You wouldn't have been.
That would have been the reason why you hit that pole, because I was knuckling you up.
Right. You'll be looking like Martin in the car on that episode when you got beat up.
Here's the thing. Who was that? I tell you what, when you see him, you tell me, because I tore him up. I don't know. And that's why I was beating his ass. I know he jumped in the car with me and my kids.
But Savon, when I tell y'all on the panel, let me tell you something. He had about 2 football links from him and the first police officer. All he had to do was put this car and park on the side of the road and get out and run. This is how I know that them kids couldn't have been his. Because with me having kids, well, my boys are almost grown, but me having my 9-year-old daughter, it ain't nothing that can happen to where I'm gonna feel comfortable with running from the police with my daughter in the car.
Right. And in this day, in this climate where things are happening the way that they're happening, he didn't care about nobody in that car.
They don't care about nobody, right?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Nobody. Because that could have easily escalated. She could have jumped out, and that could have been her life jumping out.
Listen, seriously. I was surprised. I mean, literally, when I turned on the road, he was coming at me head on, and he was not turning off at all. So whoever was coming, if he would have hit me, I know right now I'd be dead, because he was going at about 80, 90 miles an hour.
I would have stabbed him in his neck with a pen or a pencil or something. Bitch, you finna pull over. You finna
a straw. A straw, girl.
But say,
y'all stabbing people and puncturing folk. Lord have mercy.
About
my kids. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. About my kids. Oh yeah. I'll puncture you. I do more than that. I'll make you look like Swiss cheese about my children. That's a whole nother thing.
Hello.
And I got grandkids too, so I do the same thing about my grandbaby. I'll make you look like Swiss cheese. About my kids and my grandkids.
I like Swiss cheese. I gotta say.
On a good turkey sandwich. Come on, yeah. On a good turkey sandwich. Come on.
Y'all, I'm in the fat girl right now, because that Swiss cheese sounds real good. Oh, I had a slice.
It does.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I'm laying down by mine too. Yeah.
No, definitely.
Absolutely.
Well,
when they told me that story yesterday, I said, Vegas, we got to share that story.
They didn't hit you, Legacy, because I wouldn't have nobody to beat up on.
I'm glad they didn't either, Legacy. We ain't had enough. We got a few more arguments ahead of us, honey. So
exactly.
A lot.
I would be just
plethora.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I can't tonight because I gotta go. But I need an update. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, but listen, let me say this before you go say, but I was just thinking, it kind of made me feel bad because I was thinking about, like I said, I got a 9-year-old daughter, and I was thinking to myself, how would I get in jail to kill this motherfucker myself if my daughter was in that car as a father, and this is the Negro that my kid's mom decided to date.
Ooh, girl. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Block party. Block bitch back on here.
Say what?
You all hard on here, but in person was crying because you was too scared to ask for chicken. Ooh, the tea.
No, Tony, do not
Tony,
don't block.
Don't block.
You gotta read that, Tony, and know that stuff is being disrespectful to say.
Wait. I missed it. I repeat it again. Say it again, because I wasn't listening.
You ain't missed shit.
You ain't missed
nothing.
nothing.
See it. It's the fact.
Again.
Here's the thing. It's the fact that you. It's the fact that you keep creating accounts with your non-life having ass. I don't even know you, but I know you can't be about shit because you keep getting on here. You keep getting on here making accounts to talk to somebody on YouTube when you probably blocks away. Meet her up where she at, then, girl.
What is this bitch talking about?
I don't know,
girl.
Too scared to ask for chicken. What the fuck is this whole talking? You look like I'm missing any motherfucking meals over here.
It's the fact that she done got on social media with fake names, and you keep creating accounts, girl. You an e-baller.
So T Savage. So T Savage. Savon. T Savage. So that mean that T Savage is just like all in her brain. She's all in her mind.
She that bitch.
She's the only person she think about.
She that bitch.
She's the only person she think about. She think about her night and day. She be like, think about you.
You only come at people like that who you only come at people like that who spirit.
But let me tell you, she may be scary as fuck, but her best friend ain't. Now, bitch,
girl, she ain't scary.
Play pussy patty if you want to.
What about grandmama used to say? You play pussy, you get fucked.
Oh. So
I like that, Tony. Send the invitation. Show your face. Show your face. Since you got so much to say, show your face. Because you ain't been to cover my friend. Show your face.
Girl, that energy.
Hold on, I had to let my guests out because he's using my Wi-Fi.
She go out her way, girl. You obsessed with on your pussy like that, girl?
Girl, listen. Big Bang, listen.
Girl,
I'm coming. Okay, I'm being summoned to the living room.
Ooh.
Which Tuesday is today.
All right. Mute. Yes.
That girl came like under 4 different names. You must be real important.
Okay.
Very important.
Well, anyway,
she's a VIP.
Anyway, another show has come to an end. It's been great. I just want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. Tasha, remind everybody where they can find you.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Tasha_the_Gemini_. Once you find my Instagram page, you can find my TikTok page, my cake business, my music. You can find all of that stuff, you guys. So go out and look for me, check out everything that I got going on, and let me know. And follow me for a follow back. So I'll see you guys.
It will, baby.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here, you guys. Like, I've had so much fun. The topics are great. I love it. I would definitely come back if I get the invite. I love it.
Also promote your Saturday show with Lyric.
Oh, yeah. So this Saturday at 2:00 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be interviewing with Felicia. She is a Reiki master, and that is healing energy healing. So we're going to get in touch with her and see what this spiritual journey and stuff really, really means, and how do you clear your energy, align your chakras, things of that nature. So she's going to give us the tea on energy healing. So don't miss this show, you guys. I'm so excited.
Okay. Jazmine Divine.
Is it on? What's up, y'all? I like to thank y'all for allowing me to come into your platform. Don't forget to go and check out the Kicking It with Lyric show tomorrow. Y'all gonna have a beautiful show tomorrow, and then following later on that evening is gonna be the Savon Experience. And then from that it's gonna be Sunday. It's gonna be the Cool Down. And then on Tuesday I will be doing the first interview of the one and only Tasha _ Gemini _ aka I call her my Black Beauty. So she'll be in the house with me on Tuesday evening, and we'll be talking about, this and that. Y'all know how I get the tea brought out, so y'all gotta just come and check it out.
I'm gonna spill it all, baby. Y'all better be there because it's a lot of stuff. I'm telling you.
That's Jazmine's specialty, is pulling it out of you.
She ain't gotta pull it. I'm an open book. I'm an open book. She ain't gotta pull it.
I'm gonna have to get TeAma to come through too, but she's scared of my show.
Let me tell you, anytime
she's scared of my show. I don't have your number.
To my phone.
I don't have your number.
Little mama that's in this audience, do yourself a favor. My name is spelled just like that. TeAma. Last name Copeland. Copeland. I got enough mug shots to show you ain't shit about me scared. My first time catching a murder rap, I was 18. Ho, get on my level. Don't fuck with me. Play with Anya.
And Savon, tell us where we can find you.
Handle that.
My God.
I just want to thank the Academy. Listen, I have worked so hard to be here today, and I am on the A.T.L show where I am a what? An honorary ghost. God is in the blessing business. You hear me? Blessing business. So what we're going to do, we're going to continue to let our checks come in. We're going to make sure our Cash App clears. And we're going to let the haters stay in the comments. Okay? So this is the Savon Experience. You can find me everywhere you find the Savon Experience. Thank you.
And Mr. D-Lo, are you still with us?
I'm still here.
There's no word what's going on with your world?
Well, what's going on in my world is the Chill Zone season 1 has ended, but you can find season 1 on Spotify and Anchor. Just look for the Chill Zone, WTCC Music Box Radio. Season 1 has ended. Season 2 will begin the first week in July. I'm also now an independent paparazzi consultant, thanks to Miss TeAma. Yeah. And you can find me every week. I'll be on my page, Don Allen Low, or you can find me on YouTube at D-Low Production, D.Low Productions on YouTube. And I'll be on every week selling jewelry and, hey, make your life a little bit better.
Okay. And y'all all know where to find Miss TeAma. There's all her information there. Just in time accessories. So that's all her Facebook, her fan page, her website, her YouTube. So make sure you follow TeAma also.
Oh, I forgot to give out my website. I'm sorry. My website is DLowRazzleDazzles.com. DLowRazzleDazzles.com. Right?
DLowRazzleDazzles.com.
And he also did a live tonight, so where you guys could go check him out on the replay.
Thank you, TeAma. Remind everybody also, make sure you get your apple cider vinegar, your Goldie gummies. Get your Goldie gummies. And when you purchase or order your Goldie gummies online, Goldie.com, make sure you use the discount code TheATL. They help support the channel and the movement that's going on over here. So get your Goldie gummies and use the discount code TheATL. One word, TheATL. So make sure you get them.
Tony, did you get my super chat?
Yeah, didn't you see me highlighted on the screen?
Oh, no. Okay.
What you wanted? Recognition?
No, I'm just asking, did you get it, man?
Oh, okay.
Hey, Toe.
Yes.
Go two comments up and post that on the thing.
That one?
No. Well, old girl said it's only 12 of y'all on here.
But you make 12.
Angela Lacole. It's like they coming in with different pages. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Wait a minute.
But thank you for watching, Thank you for watching us,
love.
Thank you, Angela, for watching. We appreciate the view. Thank you for the
really
support.
appreciate that.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Every week.
Every Tuesday and every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you.
You got to
every Tuesday.
A.T.L. ho!
Right.
Wow.
Listen.
So now hey, look, now he made it the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
That's why he was on all night.
You noticed he was stable the whole time.
The whole night.
The whole night. Knocking like the damn police.
Again, thank everybody for coming. I appreciate you all, and good night.
Good night.
My nigga too for the goat, these other niggas basic.
Say what? No nigga wrist a silver chain around the neck. Say what? A.T.L show coming for their neck. Say what? We gon' say it all different from the rest. Say what? A.T.L show, know that we the best. Say what? Yeah, who was that? A.T.L show coming live, speak about the world. Know that we is still. We got Anthony, TeAma, Legacy, the podcast. On God, we're taking over with the A.T.L show.
My nigga too for the goat, these other niggas basic.
Say what? No nigga wrist a silver chain around the neck. Say what? A.T.L show coming for their neck. Say what? We gon' say it all different from the rest. Say what? A.T.L show, know that we the best. Say what? Yeah, who was that? A.T.L show coming live, speak about the world. Know that we is still. We got Anthony, TeAma, Legacy, the podcast. On God, we're taking over with the A.T.L show.